Alan Wynne-Jones, 35 years of age and just tireless. An extraordinary effort not only to get through the entire 80 minutes last week, given the 20-odd minutes he had in the final warm-up game against the Stormers here in Cape Town, but to have such an influence in such a high-octane test match speaks volumes.
In green and gold, we represent something special.
Some of us start with nothing.
In places you cannot imagine.
We feel the shadow of our history.
But not this day.
Once in a rugby lifetime.
We face this challenge.
United together as one.
We are the world champions.
We are the Springboks.
Well, Irvin Etzebeth said it there, once in a rugby lifetime they get to face this challenge. There are two players in the Springbok squad, Morné Steyn and Francois Steyn, who faced the British and Irish Lions in 2009, but for most it is a once in a lifetime. And Stephen Kitsoff with the honour of leading out the team on the occasion of his 50th test match. He made his first start in the #1 jersey at Newlands here in Cape Town in his 19th test match after 18 appearances from the bench. He won a Junior World Cup in Cape Town as well with the Baby Box, and having made his debut back in 2016 against Ireland in Port Elizabeth. He takes the Springboks out, and now Siamthanda Kolisi, who won his 50th test cap when leading the Springboks out in the Rugby World Cup final at Yokohama Stadium, and wins his 53rd test cap here this evening. Returned to test rugby against Georgia on the 2nd of July, but then 10 days of self-isolation for the Springbok captain ahead of last week's first test match, and he too, like his opposing captain, went the full 80 minutes and made a massive contribution, albeit in a losing cause. So the stage set for the 48th meeting between South Africa and the British and Irish Lions, and time now for the South African national anthem.
Nkosi sikeleli Afrika, malupakanyiswa mpundulwayo, yizwa imithandazo yethu. Nkosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo, morena buluka sitshaba sesu.
a rousing rendition of the anthem. There's been plenty of talk. If you haven't noticed it during the week anywhere in the rugby world, you haven't been listening, but not much of it done by the players, a lot of it done about the match officials. And the players now get an 80-minute opportunity to sort it out between the four lines. With me in commentary for this one, former Springbok hooker Hanyani Shimangi.
Good afternoon, Matthew. Well, the hype machine's certainly been on overdrive this week, but the ultimate rumble has finally arrived. It's going to be fast and furious out there. A Bok team looking to stay alive in this series, an Alliance team that wants to close the show. Plenty to play for in this game. Let it begin.
Former Springbok captain Jean de Villiers pitch side with us, and even though no fans in the stadium, an electrifying atmosphere, Jean.
Yeah, almost forgot to come back to comms after the national anthem was sung there. But all that happened during the week comes to nothing. It's what happens on the field. The 80 minutes on the field, these two teams have got a lot to prove. And
Ben O'Keefe of New Zealand brings the start to the game. It's a contest in the air from Anthony Watson and Makazolo Mapimpi. It was lost forward by Mapimpi, secured on the ground by Tom Curry for the Lions. Connor Murray recalled to the starting lineup for this game in place of Ali Price. Hoists high, and Jasper Wiese beaten to the ball by Watson. But a scrum advantage being shown to the Springboks here by Ben O'Keefe. Away for Kitsoff, taken down by Tyke Furlong. De Klerk, Willie Leroux, and then Kolisi takes on the tackle of his opposing captain Alan Wynne-Jones. Away by De Klerk once more, and Etzebeth clattering in to the combined defensive effort of the two Lions props. Early penalty goes the way of the Springboks.
Well, you can already see the change in strategy from South Africa. Last weekend they decided to kick right with the British and Irish Lions. Locks were this time Andre Pollard going to the left-hand side, because the British and Irish Lions had stacked their locks on the right-hand side. He went to the left. That's why Mapimpi could chase for that ball. And the end result is a Springbok penalty after a couple of phases. But the breakdown, all is hotly debated. One up for South Africa. Eben Etzebeth, no subtlety there. Vunipola makes a tackle, but too slow to roll away. Springboks can't generate fast ball, penalized.
1 minute gone and already lots of physicality in this game. The contact point has been spoken about so many times before, and the physicality is here today. Got some issues with the referee comms, so stop in play now. We didn't see this last week from the Springboks. Opportunity to apply pressure on the Lions with the ball in their own half. They get it early on today.
Shimi, just reflecting on what Jean has pointed out there, just 4 lineouts in the whole game for South Africa last week. Clearly a tactic from the Lions, never kicking the ball out, kicking the contestables. So very little opportunity to test the Lions with the Springbok maul.
Well, there's going to certainly be a mauling contest here if you look at the way the Springboks are going to set up. But you're right, British and Irish Lions last weekend kicking long, not kicking out whatsoever, because it is a strength of the South African team. It's just that this line out is taking pretty long.
And the reason it is that there's a communications issue with the referees, Mike. I mean, we felt it ourselves up here. We usually getting the feed, and there it comes again.
Yeah, and some might say they had a communication problem last week as well, Matthew.
Just hold him.
Enough now, John.
Keep holding him. 2-1-2, good space. Good space. Time's off.
So, Bongyumbo Nambi.
Good space.
Second consecutive start for him. Started with Nche and Nyakani last week in the front row.
Stay there, Red.
Bonambi, who has announced his move to the Sharks.
Hold back.
Real familiarity for him in this front row. Goes to Eben Etzebeth, another former Stormers teammate.
That's one, green.
And not going anywhere with the first attempt, and the first call of use, it came from the referee, but the Springboks powering forward now, and Mbonambi in possession and tackled, and the Springboks going forward. So they've had an early line-up, now they have an early scrum.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, and Alan Wynne-Jones coming in from distance onto Bongio Manambi.
So Maris, just got to push and shove.
There will have surely been some talk about
I've got an unplayable.
lighting the fire.
Just check as we slow this down. Oh, wait, step aside. Green. Red.
The forwards getting to know each other a little bit
Peter,
better.
come back. Go on. Back.
Duan van der Merwe is the same size as the
back.
forward, so he
Yeah.
can get in there.
You go back.
The rest of the backline players are
Steven.
out there having a look,
Steven.
Sean.
Let me tell you,
Guys,
Shimmy,
time's
there aren't any people in the crowd, but I'm pretty close to the action here, and
Okay.
I wanted to
So
go
I'm gonna
jump
restart
in
the
there as
player.
well. It is
Yeah,
quite,
Alan, come here.
there's a lot of
See ya.
tension in the air.
Come here, please.
There's so much to play for in this game.
Okay, so I need you both to listen right now. I'm going to give you both a very simple and clear message. Here, the maul, where the player break away. It then became a tackle, but because they got tackled back onto the players on the, that were on the ground, we have an unplayable scrum. The scrum was going forward, it's your scrum. However, Alan and Sia, if we get that happen again after I blow the whistle, that's when we're going to get penalties, and that's when we're going to get yellow cards against both players, whoever starts it or whoever runs in. Have a serious conversation with your players right now, and your players, not to inflame it anymore, both of you. Yeah, just take it back. I've told you what's happening next. Happy? Yeah, go. Talk. We're having a scrum.
Yeah, just, you know, the forwards shadow boxing slightly there as it happened, but the issue here that unplayable here because Conor Murray went over, but Alan Wynne-Jones runs in, he's nowhere near this,
Alan, all good? All good?
and he runs in there late. And that's actually what caused the situation, was Alan Wynne-Jones running in.
Be patient in the line.
First scrum of the game. Stephen Kitsoff, 50th cap. He actually scrummed in his first test match against Ireland, against the man he's propping against today, Tyke Furlong.
Tight head early.
Quickly taken free kick, and great defensive read on Lukanyoam in the midfield. Away to the right goes to Klerk for Franco Mostert. And again, quick ball for de Klerk. It's not a great pass, but Cheslin Colby trying to pick his way through the defence. Good tackle from Laws. Now Peter Steph Toy at the base of the ruck for Kitsoff.
He's fine. No, he wasn't.
Bongio Umbanambi lines up.
Advance. Side.
Itoje.
3 red offside, playing advantage.
And there's another penalty advantage being shown to the Springboks. Away by Pollard for LaRue. And then over the top from Peter Steph Toy for Colby.
Yes. 15 is off his feet. We're going back for the
So
advantage.
Billy LaRue went
Put the
over the
defender
top of the
offside.
tackle off his feet.
What? Where is?
So back they come for the penalty straight in front of the posts. Great to
Okay,
see the
first
ball
ball
in
on this side of
Cheslin
the
Colby's
ruck was in
hands
front
on a penalty
offside.
advantage this early in the game.
Definitely, but I think in back play, one of the
Time off.
Springbok players is down. I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, Peter Steph
Right,
Toy
just keep
is
it
down
back
at the
here.
moment,
Oh,
obviously
sorry.
worrying sign for the box.
If you got a number, let me know. But
Yeah. Just
Alan,
punch off the
3
punch
red.
from the Springboks.
3.
Directly the bang play, trying to get the hard yards, the
It's got
forward.
into
Someone was
play here.
offsides, I think it was Lukau and Dickey.
Nice.
But Peter Steph Toy not moving whatsoever in back play.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. When this one here, I'm happy. It was fine. You picked the ball, but I agree. Tackle was good.
Quacker
Thank you.
Smith, who
What
started
type
at
of
number
tackle
8
was Maris? Was he just
for the
fallen,
Springboks
awkwardly, is he?
last week. He was up and ready to make an appearance, but a big sigh of relief for the Springboks and their supporters as World Rugby's Player of the Year 2019
They haven't decided yet, but I'll make sure it's ready. Time. Just hold on the
back
line.
on his
okay?
feet.
Just hold on the line. Offside.
Peter Steph Toy. It was that tackle from Duan van der Merwe that got him down. And Cheslin Colby dancing.
Yeah, it is.
The stop-start.
Have a shot.
What a
Okay.
sight. One of the best
Time
sights in
back
world
on.
rugby
Shot
is
call.
Cheslin Colby with a little bit of space. Peter Steph Toy. It will take a lot to get him off this field. Incredibly tough.
Andre Pollard, who won his 50th test cap in the first test a week ago and scored 12 of the Springboks, 17 points from straight out in front of the post, puts them 3 ahead.
Pretty good start by the Springboks, but also by Ben O'Keefe, just laying the law very early on in this game.
Dan Bigger. And the receipt is from Franco Mostert.
Yeah, no, good roll, ball's there, well done.
Of the restart.
Hold here, Red, hold here, inside. Okay, use it. Hold
Some
Red.
length in the ruck from the outstretched Peter Steff de Toy, Faf de Klerk. A test for Stuart Hogg. And back off the Lions.
Knock on.
No knock on there at all.
Hey, you got anything there?
At the chase line.
Okay.
And then Bigger, little dart over the top. Good cover in backfield from Faf de Klerk, who loses his footing as he goes to ground. Rescues that really well. Billy LaRue in to deputise at scrum half. And away for Kitsoff. Clean out from Visa.
Okay, use it, Green. Wing it on.
And then de Klerk tests Bigger with Mapimpi giving chase.
Thank you, Happy.
Just a claim from the Lions, perhaps, that
both feet aren't off the ground there, Marius.
Bigger was
Tackle now.
taken in the air, and there is confirmation from the TMO that there was contact from Mapimpi before Bigger had come to ground, so there will be a penalty here for the Lions if they can't make more of this. The cross kick from Bigger. Well read by Damien Delendi, retreating. Back they come.
Timing, he was in the air and was tackled.
Yeah, just a little bit too eager from Makazole Mapimpi. Making a hit on Dan Bigger.
Comes to ground. Thank you. Thanks.
Well, early territory sort of advantage from the Springboks. First time we're going to see the Lions on the right side of the field with the opportunity attack, and great exit or great kick from Dan Bigger. Great kick. Mapimpi just getting his timing wrong. Inches in it.
Excellent work, Morris. Go cool.
Inches in that.
Down the line. Red coming.
Lucan Dickey for England teammate Courtney Laws.
Happy to.
And now Itoje.
Backwards, play on.
Runs straight at Andre Pollard, who goes low.
Leave it.
Excellent tackle. Lucan Dickey with a tap inside for Vunipola, Murray and Laws.
No, shoulder.
Back it comes for Dan Bigger, who
Going in, hold.
hoists it high. And a test for Billy LaRue here. Lost forward, a valiant effort, but there was pressure swarming around him and just couldn't hang on as he went to ground.
It's also a very good kick from Dan Bigger, the accuracy of that kick.
AIC is backwards. Okay.
Duan van der Merwe coming from a wide angle from outside in, and that's the pressure. Billy LaRue, incredibly brave, almost has it. You see the margins of this game, error from Mapimpi, penalty, and then up and under. So two mistakes and you end up in your 22.
Good patience.
In the area defending. Very good kick from Dan Bigger.
No completion at the first scrum. There's an early engagement from the Lions that brought a free kick to the Springboks.
You've got to have a look here where Duan van der Merwe is. He's come off his wing and they'll use him.
Yeah, so hookers, it's your responsibility to sit the gap and be left. So please sort it.
There he is, directly behind the scrum, just having a word with Conor Murray as well.
And Chancellor, they're going to try use him to go for Hollard or Damien Delander, generate a quick ball. The Springbok forwards won't be able to fold, and then they'll have an overlap on down the open side.
Balls out.
Murray gets it for Henshaw. It was Van der Merwe coming in off his wing. Now Cowan Dickey's try scorer off the back of a maul in the test last week. There's a penalty advantage again for the Lions.
How about pound play at advantage? Number 8 didn't use his arms in the tackle.
It's against Jasper
because he's fine on
Visser.
the ball. Yeah, so I'm coming
What
back.
pressure on that man's shoulders this week. Just
Number 8 didn't wrap.
one test cap off the
Uses
bench
arm.
against Georgia early in July.
Shot called, please stay on the line.
And thrust into the starting lineup in this crucial test
Yeah, the
match.
reason you didn't is... Oh, yeah. I like long advantage. You
It
know?
almost looked like a collision of the heads. So he was trying to wrap. Because Luke Hondiki almost leads with his head in front, just bumped him out the way.
Oh, where's our space looking at the moment?
But every single contact situation, absolute
Yeah, yeah.
physicality we see there is the 3 points by Dan Bigger.
Yeah, his 12 points last week in the first test took him past 500 in Test match rugby. 494 of those coming for Wales. And this is third Lions tour, but a first test cap for him for the British and Irish Lions last week. Beautiful kickoff from Pollard and beautifully out of the air from Mapimpi gives the Springboks momentum. Away by de Klerk for Kitsoff. They come back to the left for Damien Delendi. De Klerk and Henshaw with the tackle. Mostert goes low into contact. De Klerk, Pollard and Delendi. Here's Willie Leroux up from fullback. And Peter Steph to Toy. Colby. Very little to work with for Cheslin Colby, and Jack Conan makes the telling defensive hit. The back from Mbonambi. Good line from Mostert, but well read by the Lions defence. Delendi again. Cowan Dickey and Curry making a collective tackle. Kitsoff. Laws cleaned off it just in the nick of time.
Use it.
And now Frans Malherbe with an opportunity to carry. Pollard takes it flat. And Dutoy. Pollard again. And Mbonambi just go up to collect that pass. He does really well. Drops it onto the boot. And Bigger is back. Bigger caught by Makazola Mapimpi and Sia Kolisi, who called off it by the referee. Springboks piling in with a counter ruck.
You've got to release him.
Penalty goes against Mapimpi.
Yeah, that was after the attacking kick for Lucanio. Makazola Mapimpi needed to give daylight and then try fetch that ball. But the issue with the Lions from British and Irish Lions from kickoff is they've got their lock stacked on the right-hand side. And the Springboks are kicking towards the left. So Makazola Mapimpi's got an opportunity to chase the ball, and he's getting it off the air because Pollard's kicks are so accurate. So that's something they'll look to fix from kickoff and split their lock. So they've got a jumper actually on the left-hand side to get that ball.
Guys, water off. Let's go. Time's on, guys. Water off, please. Thank you.
So this is from the kickoff. So Makazola Mapimpi's having a free chase because there's no locks that side. They're all on the opposite side. It was the release there. So it was spotted earlier on from the assistant ref against Makazola Mapimpi.
Stop. Guys, Murray, with the line out. When we set up the line out, they're setting good defense. I want to clearly know who's in the line out. I don't know if Tom was half or not, okay? Yeah, okay, so clearly be out of the halfback. Okay, just reset. Guys, they're going to set up clearly. Stay there as well. Okay. Please make it clear,
The
guys.
issue is that the Lions are walking in late, so you can't pick up through the scrum half.
On the middle. Yeah,
It's just one technical mistake. So looks like Curry's at scrum half here.
Yeah, perfect.
And Itoje unchallenged at the tail.
More formed. Too slow in the
Ball had
collapse.
formed and too late on the sack with the Springboks, so penalty advantage Lions.
Good move from the British and Irish Lions. Well set.
Tried to sack, was too slow, collapsed in the maul.
drivers came in nice and early. It was beautifully set and also fought off the sack pretty well from the
initially, and then it more formed
Springbok
and
team.
then it collapsed. Over here, Ken.
And those are the situations that really turns a game a little bit. When you double up on the errors like that from South Africa, 2 penalties in a row, and suddenly you're facing a line out in your own 22.
Just the timing. It was just the timing.
And it's well set, so Itoje finds the gap, but Franco Mostert misses the sack here. He's trying to put it down, then it falls over illegally, close sack. So the sack has to be instant.
Make it clear. Okay, 4. It's 4. Perfect.
4-man this time for Luke Cowan-Dickie, and he finds Laws. Get back from Henshaw. And then Conan in the midfield from Bigger. Back it comes to the right for Bigger, who kicks back towards Itoje. He's well read by Faf de Klerk. Henshaw securing the ball. Vunipola.
Same as the last.
Murray, Laws. Strong tackle from Frans Malherbe. A quick ball for Murray. Bigger. It'll show the ball from him, but
advantage offside green.
read by Peter Steff du Toit. Another penalty advantage. Curry bumps off Colby.
What number? Okay, 13 and 14 were offside.
Some blood from the nose of
13
Cheslin
and
Colby
14.
there. He
Time off.
went in to make the tackle on Tom Curry.
Yeah. Time's off. Yeah. Got a few players down.
Just a little bit too high from Cheslin Colby.
Okay, so I've seen that tackle, guys, and like he's been stepped. I don't believe there's any foul play in that. Yeah.
Rugby clash, that's right. Cheslin Colby, Chancellor wanted to go a little bit lower.
No leading.
To make the
and
tackle,
it was
but-
fine there by Chisholm. Yeah.
Tom Curry, one of the
I agree.
tougher ones
Yes,
around.
Yes. Once they do, yes.
It's a worrying aspect. Well,
No, mate,
from
you
the
got it. Yeah, time's off. We're going to restart. Everyone's fine.
Springbok point of view, is the penalties conceded and also
Okay,
in
see
the
ya.
wrong
We're
area.
gonna
So it's
restart
2
now.
penalties.
There's a penalty.
And Sean, you mentioned the doubling up on penalties. The Lions are going to get returns with the guy that
Yeah.
kicks like Dan Bigger.
Yeah.
He'll always punish in that kicking
See ya.
zone.
Time on.
Yeah, definitely, Shami.
Yeah,
And,
shall I?
you know, here we're in the situation,
Okay.
3
Time
penalties
on.
conceded
No,
in a
this way.
row by the Springboks, and
Let's get everyone off.
you know, you in a position to concede 3 points. You need to be able to come back after you conceded points, and suddenly they're going to be 6-3
Okay,
down.
shots called. Time on.
And Bigger has found the mark once more. The British and Irish Lions in front in Cape Town. And again, so much of the talk in the week was the physical challenge that would be made by South Africa in the first 20 minutes. The Lions have weathered it.
And also you can see now the Lions have split their line out, or split their locks, sorry. And that's why Itoje is the far side, Alan Wynne-Jones the near side on the left-hand side. Because of the Springboks forced them to do that by kicking to the left the whole time.
Inside. No. One.
Murray wants a bit of space, which he gets from Luke
Everyone's
Cowan-Dickie
on.
to make his clearance. Billy LaRue. Springboks quickly in to clean the ruck after LaRue was tackled. And Pollard using his footing as he makes the kick, and a relatively simple one for Stuart Hogg.
Yeah, good counter.
Another man on his 3rd Lions tour. Only getting a first test cap last week, but this time penalty going against the Lions.
Well, the good thing about from the Springbok point of view, the chase line and the accuracy. I think Siya Kolisi made that tackle, but the ability, that's why you got big backline players like Damien Delinda who came in to make the counteract, but the timing of Sia's tackle, remarkable. Stuart Hogg tried to go, chopped his legs, took away all the momentum, and then the
so
cavalry
that was
arrived
the
with
offside line move
the
back,
power
and
to counteract.
a lot of box spectator boys, so let's just keep looking at that score, keep looking at the contest in the air, make sure they're all on.
Pollard with 4 penalties last week. Lining up his second of the evening, and that's pulled.
22.
Sia Kolisi oncoming, great tackle, chops the legs, and Damon Dalinda and Sia make that counteract. Ruck formed, you can't put your hands in.
Test for Jasper Visa.
Ball was up! Ball was up! Ball was up!
Maul is called, but Visa trying to wrestle it clear, can't secure, and Laws does well for the Lions on the ground. Here's Hogg.
Who's it?
The work of Laws and Alan Wynne-Jones on Jasper Visa there. How low Luke Dickey goes there.
Okay, Green, far side! Hold on, step there, 4, wait.
Conor Murray. Duan Fullermerva gives chase, and Willie Leroux can't get up in front of him.
Back. No, Green! I've got backwards, I've got nothing live.
Cowan Dickey. Bonambi goes low with the tackle, and then de Klerk goes high. Furlong. Bigger will go high again. And a wonderful contest in the air by the Lions on Willie Leroux.
Balls up! Balls up! Sorry, it's not coming out. It's just a tackle. I've got both players on the ball. I've got both players on the ball.
Too many voices, boys. Too many voices. Let's go.
Look, a lot's been said there.
Yeah, I got two
I'm sure what's upset Franco Mostert. I always thought if the ruck is formed, no hands are allowed, so the ball should be released. But again, an aerial ding-dong battle, hotly contested in the air.
Yeah. 7 Green sub.
Springbok head coach
Guys,
Jacques
we
Minova.
just need to repeat and keep talking loud for comms.
He heard a word about him during the course of the week.
So just keep repeating. I don't know.
Peter Steph du Toit being replaced by Kwagga Smith.
Yeah, thanks.
Saw him
Just
take
in and out a lot.
a nasty blow early in the game. It's a massive loss for the Springboks.
Even you're perfect on that line.
Yeah, it is a big loss for the Springboks, and even though they've gone with a 6-2 split, if you look at the Lucies on the bench with Kwagga Smith and Marco van Staden, you know, Peter Steph would have probably covered lock as well, and he's that line-out option for them. And they'll probably be missing that kind of length and that additional jumper for the rest of the game.
Okay, keep that time.
John, the other option was to put Luke Diaka at lock, and Franco Mostert, who's covered flank, who's more of a like for Peter Steph. No, that was an option.
Yeah, I suppose that's a situation the Boks are finding themselves in. Diak hasn't played a lot of rugby, so you know, there's various options, but they do find themselves in a precarious position.
There might still be an option that's deployed in the second half of the game, that positional switch for Mostert.
Advantage.
Penalty advantage for the Springboks as de Klerk puts the kick in, rolls the ball into touch inside Lions territory, but not enough advantage. There's Ben O'Keefe, so Andre Pollard will get a chance to kick to set up a line out.
That's against Vunipola, which I think there was a collapse there, but patience shown from the Springbok scrum. Frans Malherbe digging in. See on the hit, the intensity from the Springbok scrum on the hit, exactly what they would have wanted from this area.
Sorry, what did you say before?
So on the hit, Malherbe's going in. Just changes his angle completely. Marco Vunipola straight into Malherbe.
Lost his behind completely as well. The ball going out exactly where Faf de Klerk had grabbed it out, but a South African
who's in,
feed.
Green, who's in? Yep, 6.
Lost it down for Kolisi, de Klerk, de Lindy, Pollard. Ball not going to hand in the pass from Pollard.
Yeah, playing advantage. I don't think we need to check that, we just go yellow. We got it.
Well, there's a conversation here between referee and assistant.
Just wait, Maris. Yeah, so from that, do you think I'm just going to put on the screen, we'll just check it, and then we'll see what we need to do from there, okay? Okay, Maris, just coming upstairs to you, please. We've got a potential active foul play here. Just give us space, both of you. Alan, Sia. Perfect. So I just want you to put that last phase of play on 14 green on the screen, and we're going to make a decision for you, please.
All right, Ben, we're looking at possible foul play.
So guys, live, we've seen a foot trip, and I believe it's a yellow. We just want to confirm the... Confirm. Yeah. Okay, so he's clearly foot tripped him. Nowhere near the ball. It's not a kick. So I'm at a yellow card.
I think John van der Merwe said he's going for the ball, but
it's against 11 red.
He's picked the ball up already. He can't do that.
11 red. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, Maris, come back to me. I've got a decision for you.
All right, Ben, you're on the screen. You can go for it.
Okay, Maris, the facts are it's clear foul play. The player has tripped the green player. He hasn't runs out to kick the ball. It's a clear trip to the leg. So it's definitely a penalty, yellow card against the Lions player. Alan, bring your player over.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Hey? No, he is nowhere near the ball. That's something I definitely looked at. He's tripped him. So, yellow card.
So Alan Wynne-Jones just questioning that his player was kicking at the ball, and Ben O'Keefe confirming it was nowhere near the ball. An extraordinary international journey this has been. A debut for Scotland in October last year, Duan van der Merwe. 10 test matches for Scotland and starting a second test for the Lions here this evening, but now has created a bit more pressure for his team with that trip on Cheslin Colby.
He's nowhere near the ball. You know, initially, that's what I thought he was actually trying to kick the ball through, but Cheslin Colby had clearly kicked that through. Once he'd done that, he knew exactly what had happened. It's one of the stranger foul plays you see in rugby. It's usually a late tackle or a high tackle, not a trip or someone kicking. Peter Steph to you can see the disappointment. Takes a lot for him to get off the field. Incredibly tough player.
Yes, I'll make sure.
So this was earlier on in the play. He hit his arm, I think landed awkwardly.
Do you see that shoulder being strapped up quite heavily?
We okay?
Big decision here for the Boks. Do they go for goal after Pollard missed that second kick, or do they kick for the line and apply some more pressure? Seems like the latter will be the answer.
John, really on from that phase, the Springboks trying to open up and not going for the box kick like we saw last week, but trying to give the backline the opportunity to fly.
Come down, Lions.
Yeah, definitely the options out the back is creating a bit of space on the outside, and you know, we spoke about the pitch giving in a little bit, a couple of slips on the outside, so at least a little bit more entertaining from the Boks, taking it wider.
Ironically, the poor pass that found grass created the situation.
Stop. Guys, it's the same as red. I need it very clear. Do you have a halfback? Okay, you've got to make it very clear. That's one each way now. The next time it's free kick.
Forced to go for a scrappy ball. Duan van der Merwe pouring through, conceding the penalty and the card in the process.
Okay, on the line, Green.
And the ball gone cleanly to hand.
This one. Good, good.
Wouldn't have happened. Mbonambi. And a wonderful contest from Courtney Laws.
Was that inside, Matthew? Oh, it's going to be tackled anyway. Okay, hold, Green, hold.
Vital steal from the Lions in their own territory. Vunipola
Okay, stay on, Green. No, don't jump on. Back, no, back.
Murray not opting for touch. Colby, Pollard.
Okay, Green in front, wait. On now.
Oh, no, that's contact in the air from Cheslin Colby on Connor Murray.
7, don't run in, don't run in. Guys, get back, we're going to deal with this. I saw that, don't worry, I saw that.
Gee, there's a lot to sort out here.
Get back, everyone, space.
Tojo and Itzabeth are at it. The two fullbacks were at it, Hogg and LaRue as well.
Okay, Billy, no, Damien, out. Guys, out. They can't go, take them. No, leave him.
This is all going to end, but the big thing is Cheslin Colby going to stay on the field.
Boys, let's go, let go. We can check everything on the screen. It's going to be easy. We can check it all. All right, we can check it all. It's going to be fine. Faf, see ya. Take them back. We can check everything, all right? We can check everything. All right? We can check it. Alan, we're not talking. Everyone back.
Ben O'Keefe said early in the game that he didn't want players running in.
Yeah. We'll check that first and then what happens afterwards. Yeah. Sure. Okay, so Maris, obviously time's off. We're going to come up to you. There's two things we want to check. The first thing we want to check is a potential foul play with the contest in the air. Once we've made a decision on that, we're then going to move on to the afters to see if we need to do anything further, given that I've already had a very strong conversation with him before about anything like that happening.
All right, Ben, so we're looking at the
take them back.
Contact in the air, the possible foul play, and then we'll look at everything else.
Yeah.
Well, at first glance, in real time, Cheslin Colby's in trouble here.
Yeah, massive trouble.
Yeah, there's no attempt to go over the ball. He's late into the air. He does make
for me,
contact.
guys, obviously.
The question is whether this is going to be yellow or red for Cheslin Colby.
Obviously, Green has made contact with him in the air.
I don't see a clear football. I see a red player jumping into the tackle.
I've got foul play here, Matt, and he lands on his back. So for me, I've got a yellow card against 14 because he lands on his back, and there's no impact by 10. Okay. Yeah.
He lands boot first,
so Maris,
then
can you just show us
hand.
the best angle of that contest in the air? Because at the moment we've got a decision of foul play against 14 Green. Okay, so I'm going to make a decision on that.
I'm looking for the best one. The best one is coming up now, Ben.
And then, do we want to go to the next thing now?
This is the best angle, Ben.
Now, the eyes of Cheslin Colby never leave the
Okay,
ball,
Maris, so
but
we've got a
he
decision
doesn't
on that. Let's go to the next phase, please. I want to see what happens afterwards.
He makes the
if we need to
contact.
sanction anyone any further.
It's his responsibility.
Okay, so just remember that, because if I don't...
Yeah, I think that could be the difference between a red and a yellow for Cheslin Colby.
And more the position as well
Pictures
that
are
Connor
coming
Murray
up now,
landed
Ben.
in. But there's more to come. What happened afterwards?
Let me know if you've seen anything either.
And Tom Curry.
That's the problem there.
And then Hogg and LaRue.
Yeah, I think with an incident like that, you gotta see what ignited it, the first situation. Otherwise, we won't have a team on the field.
Yeah, I don't see anything by red there. Don't see anything by red. And there's nothing any further. I mean, after that, I think it's just all holding. So, Maris, just show us the start of that again. At the moment, I've got nothing clear.
All right, showing that to you now.
Yeah.
Here we go, Ben.
We've got to look at Tom Curry and Murray Toje. So there's a little shove here.
4 and 7, sort of standing over him. May give him a push. Yeah. Guys, do either of you have anything extra from that? I've only got a yellow
Tempers
card
are
for the
raised,
initial thing
tensions
at the
are
moment.
high. But listening into the conversation, there's really not much in that, other than some pushing and shoving.
Okay, I've only got a yellow card. Okay, nothing from there? Okay. So, Marius, come back to me. I've got a clear decision, please.
Just hold on. All right, Ben, you're back on the street.
Okay, so Marius, the first decision is we've got an active foul play. We've got 14 coming in. He takes the play dangerously, who's won the space in the air. His shoulders aren't above the hips of the other player, so therefore makes contact dangerously, and he falls on his back. So it's going to be a yellow card. Okay, yellow card.
I agree with you.
Now, that's my decision now. So guys, everything else, there's also penalties against both of your players, but we're going to the foul play yellow card, which is the worst. I've made it very clear that we're not going to have any of that. That's why if nothing happened, if we didn't have that collision there, we would have had penalties, okay? We're now stepping. If there's anything clearer and we get little touches like that, players will go off again. We've got a yellow card for both teams now. I'm very happy to keep going with yellow cards or even further, okay? So I need you both to control your teams. Do you understand? No, we're not talking right now, Sia. I'm being very clear in my message. I want you to talk to your team. Alan, we're not talking right now. Go back, talk to your team right now. Both of you go back.
Very well handled, Ben O'Keefe.
Okay? Their ball for the dangerous contact.
Yeah, and I think also relief for Cheslin Colby, because at one stage
Please,
you look at that and half time you start thinking red card, did he land on his neck, did he land awkwardly? You know, the fact that he kept his eyes on the ball, I think, and almost Conor Murray jumped across.
But also a boot on the ground first, followed by an arm. But just back to Ben O'Keefe. I mean, what the pressure he must have been feeling during the build-up to this test, and he's got an explosive situation to deal with here. He's done brilliantly. Itoje with the line-out win.
That's one! Okay, up!
No advance at first from the Maul, but they do get some go forward with Cowan Dickey in possession. Then it's driven backwards by the Springboks.
Okay, broken away. No, tackle. No. Ruck, it's a ruck, it broke away.
It was a breakaway from the Maul and tackle made. Murray looks to go short side for his captain, Alan Wynne-Jones. Drives Quagga Smith back in contact. Murray shaping for a hoist once again. And Pollard makes the mark, but without getting in the air, and there were lions bearing down on him, as Conor Murray did in that incident. Just generally felt it's better to get in the air, makes you untouchable.
Very calm from Andre Pollard, because if the oncoming player gets in the air, then you lose that contest.
Yeah, especially in the context of the game currently, Shimmy, with tempers flying high, Pollard stands tall and stays calm and takes that kick. Big is so good in the air as well.
Yeah, John, I think the players will behave now after that lecture from Ben O'Keefe. The next player up, you know, there's going to be a penalty, a yellow. So discipline crucial. Cool heads needed.
He's hard. Thank you, Bongi. Thank you.
Over!
Lions captain is the target at the back, and it goes over the 15. Strong carry from Vunipola. And then Laws peeling around the corner to great effect.
No, wait there.
Alan Wynne-Jones, having won the line out, is available on that short side. Amazing work rate from the Lions captain.
Backwards.
Little juggle from Curry.
Backwards. No, you're off. White, green. Thank you.
Potential steal there. They come to the short side for Watson. Can't get away from Lucanio Sia Kolisi.
No.
Goes in for the steal, misses it. Laws. Awkward one for Bigger. He does well. Wonderful chop tackle from Mostert.
Yes, play on, everyone's on.
Just manages to roll out of the way, where it goes for Hogg.
Right, careful, boys. Let it go. Shirt, drop the ball.
Both teams managing to put a bit more passes together. What's impressive is you get the occasional good leg tackle that creates the opportunity to steal, but let's see Hogg up against the touchline, trying to get into space with both wingers off.
Green, let's
Hope
go.
trying to cover that space out wide.
What have you got? 5. Make it clear. On the ball. Good step.
Wonderful steal again, this time from Itoje. We've seen one from Laws, one from Itoje on Springbok throws. Bigger, and Conan beautifully out the back, coming around was Harris. Then Hogg. Murray, flat for Alan Wynne-Jones.
On the ground. Stop, guys. Lee, come here. Lee, come here. We can't have that. Okay, that just how we fire things up if that happens. I know he's happy, but we can't.
That's good defense from the Springbok team. See the Lions getting territory, putting passes together, attacking.
See it. Which one?
Good contesting from Murray, Toji. That created the attacking opportunity. 1 or 2 Springbok lineouts going. It's not going the way they wanted. The chances are they went with a 5-man more, looking to maul that up and generate a penalty.
I'll look at his feet, make sure
Which is what they're going to try, or the South Africans are going to try in this scrum.
Shimmy, you mentioned a good defensive set by the Springboks there, but it does seem as if the contact situations, the Lions are getting a little bit of momentum every time they take the ball into the tackles, and not those dominant hits that we're so used to by the box. That'll be concerning for them.
He's just doing the studs, boys, so we'll just have some time here. Good, man.
Not a lot. The Springboks made 62 tackles,
every time the ball goes out, let's get on top of it.
6. The Lions 44.
Perfect. No, man, you're really good. You're really good. Right.
Haven't missed any yet.
So the opposing wingers, Duan van der Merwe on the left, Cheslin Colby on the right. Spending their time in the bin.
I'll do the same for you, all right?
Just 4 minutes remaining for Duan van der Merwe. It never promised to be a pretty test match, this one. Just the 2 penalties from Dan Biggar so far for the Lions. Andre Pollard opening the scoring for the Springboks, and then a miss from him after the Lions had gone 6-3 ahead. The 4 attempts at goal.
Time on. Remember that timing? Nice and square, binds up. Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Very solid from the Lions on South Africa's put it away by Pollard for Lendi, and up. Hogg. What about the pass? It would have been a long one for Watson. And penalty conceded.
There was time, there's a release.
A fantastic exit there by the Springboks. So used to them just kicking from that position this time around, keeping ball in hand, taking it wide, exposing that space on the outside with Duan van der Merwe not being there.
No.
Mapimpi going that side of the field, switching wings, and getting a penalty with lots of field gain.
I'm trying to get the feeling that the Lions are always hanging back, anticipating the Springboks to kick, whereas the space is right in front, and that's what Pollard's doing. He's actually going for the run, forcing them to come up. Good attacking kick with Makazole Mapimpi, whose breakdown skills are very good, all over it.
Very well done there by Mapimpi and Damien Delende, again being really strong in that counter-attack and forcing that turnover. Interesting call by the Springboks here, though. Not a gimme kick for 100. Pollard still deciding to go for goal.
Bez, have you got anything on your side of the scrum?
Now, there was certainly a feeling
Okay, so I'll just keep on
across a variety of pundits and opinions during the week that if the Lions were on par, slightly ahead, even just slightly behind with the last quarter of this game to go. Finished so strong last week that perhaps superior conditioning would help them in that final quarter as they push for a series win. But for now, Pollard trying to get back on even terms. It's a magnificent strike from a difficult angle. And after a miss with his second attempt, Pollard brings it back to 6 apiece.
That's what I said to them, though. That one, you guys were very good. And I
Hope deciding to go for the dummy. Makazola Mapimpi, like to use forward over that ball. Fighting, and the cleaning accuracy not too great from the British and Irish Lions.
Hey, leave his face, leave his head. Yeah.
Visa controlling the restart for the Springboks. Kicks off into Vunipola.
Okay, use it. Red, step, red, 2 pillars.
De Klerk's kick gathered by Mapimpi, but a foot in touch.
Stephen, you're very low as well.
And over the top they go for Robbie Henshaw. Damien Delendi had made a quick read. Conan. Tackle made, knees on the ground. Murray comes to the right for Itoje.
No, he's off his feet.
Furlong.
No, green release.
Pollard made a strong tackle there.
11 off feet.
And the penalties against Makazola Mapimpi. He's done some great work at a previous breakdown that won his side a penalty. And really interesting call here from the Lions. Very kickable penalty. And as Duan van der Merwe comes back from his yellow card, they kick for the corner.
Makazola Mapimpi, this is where you got to listen to the referee. So Franco Mostert could be penalized for not rolling away. So Tate Furlong can't place that ball. Ruck called, you got to roll away.
And he was part of the tackle. Mapimpi, he was in contact with the man as he was brought to ground. No release.
Well, this could be an inspired decision here from Alan Wynne-Jones.
Cowan-Dickey and Etzebeth makes the steal for the Springboks, but carried back over the line. It'll be a 5-meter scrum to the Lions.
What a vital steal that could turn out to be for the Springboks, and by Eben Etzebeth. Great contesting at that line out, taking the gamble of contesting and executing that. No, it's about having a stable scrum and applying pressure.
Very quick. I agree. It's very close.
Easy read from Franco Mostert. Eben Etzebeth gets us here.
Because this is where we need to be straight.
He's got no choice there. Moro Itoje all over him.
Jean spoke about the bravery of it. You know, they went up to contest in the first test towards the tail, weren't able to affect the steal, which led to the maul try. Were compromised at the back of that line out, but Mostert right on point this time. Certainly the pressure not over. Time up on the clock for Cheslin Colby's yellow card, but he can't come back on until the next break in play. Off by Conan for Murray. Big clash with Faf de Klerk. And that might be reviewed by the TMO. Cowan-Dickey. Bongia Banambi going in over the ball. Curry wants it. But it's Vunipola who goes with the pick and drive.
Okay, keep coming back.
Furlong.
Green.
Both props going sideways in the drive. Now some momentum for the Lions.
Play advantage, no arms by 2 green.
There's a penalty coming against Bongia Banambi. No arms used in the tackle, so Connor Murray goes for the chip over the top, and Henshaw!
Thank you. Thank you.
Henshaw says he's got it.
Yeah, he thinks he scored. Does Robbie Henshaw?
And the ball roll forward.
Sia Kolisi says knock on. Let's see what Ben O'Keefe says.
Yeah. Yeah, by 2. Yeah. So you want to check what's happened over here? Okay, so we'll just do the try first. Hey, quiet. Marius, coming to you. Mate, an on-field decision is no try. We believe the player, and I've seen it go forward before it's grounded over the goal line here. So just want to check that grounding. Once we've done that, just let me know if there's any potential foul play in that lead-up that we need to check as well. At the moment, I've got a penalty against 2 green for no arms in the tackle. That we'll go back for if we need to.
All right, so we're looking at on-field decision, no try. We're having a look at grounding.
Look at Fluff de Klerk. Looked like there was a collision.
Yeah, your pictures are now, Ben.
The decision's against the green
Yeah,
anyway, isn't it?
Try,
okay, so we can just go back for the penalty.
Well, the Lions have looked at this and they've all run back to the halfway line. There's an arm under the ball there, and then the ball comes out. So can you award that as a try when the on-field decision is no try? That is the question.
Yeah. So, Marcus, we're looking at this at the moment, and we still have got our on-field decision. We don't have any clear evidence yet, but we just need to see if there is evidence that that ball does touch the ground, because green is under that as well.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but I'm going to give you the best angle.
Okay.
Here's your best angle.
Clear grounding, that's what we're looking for.
Okay, so we see the ball up there. It's under the hand.
Underneath.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so our decision still is that there's no clear evidence that the ball's been grounded. Is there another angle that you want to show us?
That's the best angle I can give you.
Okay, so you agree no try? Yeah. Okay, Marius, is there any foul play that we need to go back apart from the no arms tackle I've already got on that 5 metre line? Are you happy with that? What are you worried about?
Yeah, just stick with your penalty.
Okay, cool. So Marius, so back to me.
The incident here is Fluff de Klerk.
Yeah, that's good. Marius, back to me.
Just all Benny's coming in now. All right, Ben, you're on the screen.
Okay, Marius, so there's no clear evidence to overturn our on-field decision of no try. The ball, we don't have evidence of the ball being grounded on the ground and it's knocked forward. However, I was playing advantage for a no arms tackle by 2 green, so we're going back for the penalty for that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Wow, a lot to look at there.
No try, it's knock on. We're going back for the penalty.
So the penalty's against Bongi Mbonambi for
TMO checked that as well.
a no arms tackle.
Because we've checked it and we thought it wasn't. So yeah, time's going back on.
Was never in the right sort of position to make a square tackle.
Shot called.
And a shot at goal called straight out in front of the post for Dan Biggar. I'll tell you what this is as well, Shim. Possibly the longest half of Test rugby played in a very long time, if not ever.
100%.
Yeah, you got to look at all the, Juan van der Merwe, Cheslin Colby, Ben O'Keefe talking to the players, I think twice about the scuffle that happened after Cheslin Colby's yellow card.
So a simple 3 points for Dan Biggar, and the Lions lead by 9-3. Itoje controlling.
Stay there, don't move.
The restart. It's a bit trying to wrap his arms around and slow up the ball. A maul has been formed here. And Connor Murray.
He's on the ball the whole time. Pulled it down. Mate, he's fine, but he's pulled it down.
I was about to say good work from you, but it's a bit almost carried away. But you can see what's happening now is the players are chirping each other every maul, every ruck, and they're just waiting for someone to crack, and then there's going to be a penalty or a yellow card.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah, lots of tension there, and just a technicality there by Eben Etzebeth. He did so well to stay in that, but then you can't collapse the ball after that.
And the penalty missed by the Lions for touch. Brilliant work by Robbie Henshaw to claim the hoist from Willie LaRue. Murray for Jones.
Okay, tackle. Okay, stay on green, step here.
In amongst all of that, while Dan Biggar was taking the penalty and decisions were being assessed, Cheslin Colby came back onto the field.
Not gone.
Lost forward by the Lions. And Pollard flinging out of the back of the hand for Kwagga Smith, who replaced Peter Steph du Toit.
Murray, he's told me as well, I'm going to sort it out. I'm going to sort it.
There's a lot of chat down there.
The best thing you can do is not react, which you are
What's
doing.
going to be needed now, is ever there was cool heads,
Franco,
maintaining discipline.
don't touch the head of forward, okay? After the ball, just don't touch the head, all right?
It's on a knife edge here. Franco Master pushed Murray Toji in the head, and that's what Ben O'Keefe was saying.
Back on the 10-metre line, please.
Be done. He's having a good chuckle at it. But any incident that's going to make this game explode is going to be a yellow penalty.
So not reacting is great. We can deal with it if it continues.
Yeah, and the feeling down here, Shiv, is that it doesn't feel as if it's too far away that happening.
Okay.
The question is by who?
Let's go.
And you can see it. Every time a player makes a mistake, it's a chirp here. Might not be a push or a shove.
Go, good space, good balance.
But really a lot of verbals going on, especially up front between the two backs.
Crouch! 5! 6! Reset, back and forth, then collapse.
A good surge.
Back and forth, then collapse.
From the British and Irish lines, I thought initially Kitsoff might have had the nudge and then take Furlong fought back, but the issue was on the far side. See, there's not a lot of stability before the ball's gone in. Maloba goes down there. So reset, but on the setup, there's not a lot of stability from both teams, so they should wait for the stability first before the ball goes in.
Let's go. Guys, back and forth, no clear dominance, reset. Wait for stability before we put the ball in.
Remember, this pitch was constructed for football ahead of the FIFA 2010 World Cup. It's taken a pounding from various packs of forwards in recent weeks.
It's taken a pounding in the warm-up.
Yeah, and 2 games on the one Saturday as well when the Lions played the Stormers. Very solid from both packs that time. And Lendy straight towards Biggar.
Yep, good job, good work.
Kitsoff
Arms up.
goes low into Cowan Dickey. And Faf de Klerk just looking for an instruction, which was to kick the ball out. Just 3 penalties to 2. It's been hard, attritional, intense rugby. A couple of tempers flaring, a couple of yellow cards, 1 to each side as well. So 3 penalties to Dan Biggar, 2 to Handré Pollard. Half-time in the second test match. South Africa 6, the British and Irish Lions. The second of 3 test matches between the Springboks and the British and Irish Lions. The Lions victorious by 22 points to 17 in the first test at the Cape Town Stadium last week. They lead their hosts and the current world champions by 9 points to 6 with the last 40 minutes to play. And based on the first half performance, the Springboks with everything to do in this second half. 2 penalties by Handré Pollard to 3 from Dan Biggar. But the Lions controlling the bulk of possession in the first half, forcing the South Africans to make way more tackles and, crucially, not missing a single tackle of their own. There was talk of a very robust and physical response from the Springboks. Everybody expected it, and to some extent they did deliver that in the first half, but the Lions ready to field whatever the Boks could throw at them. They stood firm in defence and they eked out a 3-point lead at half-time. Peter Steph du Toit already replaced by Kwagga Smith in the back row for South Africa. Duan van der Merwe and Cheslin Colby have spent 10 minutes apiece in the sin bin for foul play.
Tackle release.
It has been tense at times ill-tempered. It has been nerve-wracking.
Okay, use it! Outside, green's on.
And the Lions seeking another series win after winning against the world champion Springboks back in 1997. Winning the first 2 tests of that series in Cape Town and Durban.
Even on, it's a miss.
And an early knock forward from the hoist from Stuart Hogg.
He'll be very disappointed with that. Good, accurate kick.
Yeah,
The saga continues.
Okay, don't sidestep. He's going to stay straight as well.
John van der Merwe almost had that ball 5 to Clerk, was on the hit. But they're going at each other continuously. It's just who's going to break first.
Wait for stability. Crouch! Bind! Come up, that's both. 3 and 1. 3 and 1. Yeah, we'll move, we'll move. Yeah, we'll move, guys. We said there's going to be a long wait on the bind until we're stable. Wait for the call, both of you.
An error from both front rows. You need balance before on the setup before you actually engage. So you should be able to hold your own body weight up before you bind. There's just a pre-engage. Ben O'Keefe has shown he's not scared to go to the free kick if the scrums take too long. Also discipline needed in the setup of the scrum. He's got a long first half.
Well, no free kick, goes straight to the penalty.
Free lost his bind.
It's against Tyke Furlong.
Free's lost his bind.
It was straight in front of Ben O'Keefe, indicating that Furlong had lost his bind on Stephen Kitsoff.
The next step after the setup is the battle of the bind, so your ability to get that grip nice and early.
Make it clear who's in green.
Then you got to hold that grip. So he's got the bind there, straight down. Also his legs slip behind him.
Who's in green? 5.
Well, a Springbok line out in an area of the game that misfired a couple of times in the first half under pressure from particularly Laws and Itoja. This time no contest on the throw to Etzebeth. And the Springboks get rumbling forward.
Okay, next stoppage. 9. Next time it stops.
And still they make meters. Umbonambi breaking away from it, brought down by Vunipola.
Red.
Smith and Visa in there to secure the ruck. And then Damien Delendi with the carry. Etzebeth hard into contact and Conan stops him. Pollard
9, 8.
hoists for LaRue and Mapimpi to chase.
Back by green. Back by green.
Lost backwards by the Springboks and gathered by Damien Delendi. De Klerk, Pollard and LaRue. Kolisi. Try-saving tackle from the Springbok captain towards the end of the first half. The ball over the line from Robbie Henshaw. Gain away by de Klerk. Pollard puts the cross kick for Makasola Mapimpi, who steps and who scores. The perfect opening to the second half. The man who got 6 tries for the Springboks at Rugby World Cup collects a pinpoint cross kick from Andre Pollard and gets his 15th test match try and puts the Springboks in front.
Well, beautiful play design from the Springboks. Started off from the scrum advantage there, then the move, but Andre Pollard perfectly weighted kick up to Makazola Mapimpi. Certainly knows how to pick his moments. Pollard decides to go for the kick pass, but Mapimpi at the end of it. All started off from a collapse scrum from Tyke Furlong. The more played on from there. A couple of phases, Andre Pollard getting it through, and the Boks are over.
So the man who put in the cross kick It's a conversion attempt for a 4-point lead. Just about 12 meters in from the left-hand touchline. Andre Pollard has missed another one. He missed a penalty earlier in the game.
But he made the cross kick earlier. He's been the calmness in the storm at the moment. Andre Pollard, beautiful kick to Makazole Mapimpi. And Mapimpi with the speed and the power to get over and score the try for South Africa.
A mistake from Jasper Wiese. So immediately a gift back to the Lions.
I'm not sure.
After the score.
Just make sure he's not
Wiese looked up on the kick to look at the chasers. That's what generally happens. Clearly disappointed with that. He would have done this 1,000 times.
It's definitely just a scrum.
Almost looked up and you can see his teammates backing him there, but massive scrum here for the Lions.
Yeah, no, it's not your fault. Yeah, we've got the scrum. Let's go. Red ball.
Well, you said it at half-time, and even after that try, it remains on an absolute knife edge.
Good height, nice and straight.
Just the 2 tries scored in the first test at the stadium a week ago. Tough to Klerk for South Africa. Luke Cowan-Dickey from a maul for the Lions. And after trading penalties in the first half, Makazole Mapimpi with the 3rd try of the series.
Guys, the
massive scrum, but they also got to look at
it's coming across directly to me.
On the setup.
No one's gone forward. Just come straight across, guys. We're going to reset.
Really,
okay, time off.
big scrum, and the Lions almost taking the Springboks by surprise by scrumming, trying to scrum for the penalty.
You're right here.
The angle from Vunipola, he is turning in slightly on that setup. Malherbe or the Springbok scrum are going to have to work out towards him to keep it square.
Time back on. Crouch! 5! 6!
Well, again, he's having another reset, and look how that turf is churning there. They're going to have to move it.
Guys, we're
again.
not going to reward if no one goes forward.
Yeah, it really is
Just
giving him
pressure
quite a bit at the moment.
Time's off.
Yeah, interestingly, Ben O'Keefe bringing it closer to the touchline now as we look at that scrum. Just how the pitch is giving in and the rotation in that scrum. So they're coming closer to the touchline, which means Duan van der Merwe has moved to the open side for the Lions with no space on that blind side, creating an extra number.
Where do we go, Tom?
And the reason Ben O'Keefe is resetting it, you've got to get forward dominance, not sideways dominance. So what's happening late is Vunipola stepping on the outside and almost turning it on Frans Malherbe. The scrum has got to go straight. It's got to be a pushing contest where the spines are straight. So if this one, it's going to have to make a decision here because you can't be here in this corner all day long. So you've got to go straight first. It's got to be clear dominance.
Stability, tight head, coming round.
And Conor Murray quick to go with a free kick. Henshaw low into contact. Excellent tackle from Pollard. Away by Bigger and Hogg. Wonderful tackle from Lukanyo.
Going down now, tackle, release.
Well, he had to give the penalty. He called the tackle and called for the release by Kwagga Smith. We saw a similar one given against Kwagga Smith last week in the first test.
I called tackle, got a release. Check. No. Okay, thank you. I'm just getting what the captain's doing. Alan, what are you doing? Shot. Guys, back team, please. The shot's going to be called. Hey? I called tackle. Shot called.
Shot at goal called for Dan Bigger, who successfully goaled 3 penalties.
Tackle first, yeah. I called it a tackle. Like, it was just timing for you. It's unlucky, but it is.
It's a wonderful tackle from Lucanio. Pimpy thinking he'd made a fair attempt around the ball after Um's tackle.
No, I'm not. I'm seeing it now. That's why a free kick. The next time we penalty.
So after the celebration of the Springboks at the scoring of the first try of the Test match, Dan Bigger has this kick to take the Lions back into the lead. And off the post. And away by Baf de Klerk. Makazola Mapimpi.
21's fine. Inside, guys, inside.
Puts a good kick in up that left touchline, almost all the way up to halfway. Wonderful rescue act from the Springboks after the miss from Bigger.
Cool and calm from Baf de Klerk to simple 2-on-1. Thought Mapimpi might try to take his man on, but Johnston made the right call there. Quite a lot of Lions defenders around him. Crucial miss from Dan Bigger.
6, guys, 6.
You've spoken about the inches in the first half, Shimmy. 1 inch to the right and that kick went over.
That's fine. You can bring in, they can't leave.
Kandiki. Forward Toja.
That's fine. They can't use it.
Kandiki low into contact. A wonderful tackle from his opposite number, Mbanambi. He went even lower. Got him around the ankles. Murray not looking for distance on the kick this time. Secured by the Springboks. Now Pollard.
Okay, green, wait. 9.
Jason Colby gives chase on to Hogg. Times the tackle perfectly. Look at the work rate of Sia Kolisi there, called off it.
No.
Wonderful tackle from Visa on the Lions captain.
No left.
Murray. Hogg.
That's fine, good contest move.
Baf de Klerk went in for the steal, just cleaned off it. Then Damien Delendi went in for the counter-ruck, the breakdown. Ferocious as you'd expect.
Use it. Green.
Again, it's a much shorter kick deployed this time by Murray. And lost forward by the Lions.
Good.
Almost every single kick contestable, whether you look at Murray or Bigger. The chase line is aggressive.
We see it.
It's just almost Issa going up. That's well done from Robbie H, but almost a lot of respect for given for each team's defensive lines. You can't get through it. Defensive lines, you can't get around. So try go over the top in the air, kick contestable, try win the aerial battle. That will give you broken field opportunity because defensive lines aren't set. So that's what it's going to come down to now.
Because it's not just every kick that's been contested, it's every single aspect of this game. Every tackle, guys getting back up off their feet, contesting at the breakdown, being able to clean the rucks and secure the ball. It's a fascinating second test thus far.
Well, Alan Wynne-Jones, who returned to the tour ahead of the Stormers game, got 23 minutes odd in that game and declared fit and ready to take on the Springboks in the first test last week. Went the full 80 minutes and again just ever present in this his 11th test match in the colours of the British and Irish Lions.
So it's here. So I've already talked to him about stability. He showed me straightness as well.
159th test match in total, the most capped international ever.
Let's go. Time on.
See what Ben O'Keefe has done now. He's actually changed the side which he's standing. He spoke to Marco Vunipola about scramming straight, and also Frans Malherbe about stability. So the problem area is, you know, line side or this side of the scrum where he is standing. So changing around just to have a look. Chances are now the issues are going to come the other side.
Make it better. He's unhappy, so talk to him. Time on. Crouch!
Duff de Klerk always just looks relaxed, doesn't he? No matter the gravity of the situation, the ball spinning on the finger. The call of use it came.
Nine clearly broke away to make you think the ball's gone, then you continue to move forward. You've got to use it if he runs away. It's a free kick.
Well, it's clear from Ben O'Keefe now. Dan Bigger looks like he's going to hoist it into the Cape Town night sky here off the free kick.
Advantage knock on.
It was lost forward by the Lions, gathered by Derlindi.
No, two. Knock on advantage. Knock on.
Back it comes from de Klerk for Leroux.
So if you leave the scrum, the ball must be played immediately, because you can't leave, make him think it's gone, and then continue.
Now, I've seen this before. So
okay.
Ben O'Keefe's explaining this. Okay, as soon as Faf de Klerk taps, the loose forwards break from the lines, and then it makes it 8 against 5. They're being penalised for that. But that's something that would be pre-planned.
And a substitution, interesting substitution with that for the box. Loet de Jager coming onto the field. He'll bring some stability for that lineup. He has replaced Jasper Visser. So as predicted before, Franco Mostert moving into the loose forwards, and Loet de Jager at 5.
Good space here.
Then Kwagga Smith to number 8. To the front they go on a variation. Almost didn't work for them, but Alan Wynne-Jones did brilliantly to just retain that ball and set the rut for the Lions. Murray, Conan. First tackle made by Loet de Jager.
Leave the 9.
Winning his 47th test cap here this evening. Again, Bigger goes aerial, tapped back by the Lions. Now, chased down by Robbie Henshaw and Lukanyawa. And the Springboks get the line out.
Sean, interesting from the Lions when they put those contestables up, they just look to tap it back rather than actually trying to win the contest in there and coming down like what Mapimpi would do, for an example. But there is a danger in that if Lukanyo gets his hands on that ball with all the chases and kicks it again, then it's trouble.
Yeah, they don't have cover at the back. And I suppose a little bit disappointing from the Lions, as they're not really firing any shots at the box. All they are doing is kicking the high kicks and hoping that it can bounce their way. They're hoping for a bit of change of fortune, change in the front row for them. Ken Owens, Rory Sutherland and Carl Sinclair on, and replacing the starters in Vunipola, Cowan, Dickey and Furlong. And as they do that, the Springboks do the same. Vincent Koch on the field, he has replaced Frans Malherbe, and Malcolm Marks also on, he has replaced Bongi Mbanambi.
Well, the big thing for the Springboks is trying to generate penalties, and that will give you territory. So chances are we're going to look at a maul here, somehow trying to get more territory.
First line-out throw for Malcolm Marks finds Eben Etzebeth, who is quickly off the ground. Get the momentum they desire off the second shove at them all.
Okay, wing is fine.
And then Cheslin Colby again chases down on Duan van der Merwe. That's
anything, Matthew?
Off the fingers of the Lions, is it?
I can't hear you, mate.
No, it bounced
Guys,
backwards.
he doesn't touch the ball.
No touch on the ball from the Lions, so it will be a first line-out throw for Ken Owens. 82 test matches for Wales. Off the bench in the first test in this series.
4 and 10.
And halfbacks change for the Lions, and possibly a change in strategy. Ellie Price on at 9 for Conor Murray. Owen Farrell replacing Dan Bigger.
Okay, time on.
Owens towards the tail. Beautiful read from Luatiaga to take one against the throw. Quagga Smith goes low. Excellent tackle from Kyle Sinclair. De Klerk. Pollard. Yeah, good work in the air at first from Stuart Hogg, but the maul is called. Ball up in the air, so Springboks swarming around it, but direct from the kick. So the scrum goes the way of the Lions.
Let's go, let's go. I talked to your prop in the first half just about making sure he's not moving left or right. So just nice and square for the new boys.
Big test of Stuart Hogg there. Interesting seeing him in the build-up to the first test. How much his first test cap for the Lions meant to him on his third tour. No opportunities in the test side in Australia 2013, New Zealand in 2017. And so much about these first two tests against everything he stands for in rugby. He loves that open running pattern that will perform any role.
5, 6, coming around.
Over eagerness. Have a look at the Lions. Will they back themselves to get the scrum penalty or just kick it away?
Farrell testing Pollard.
It's played in the air. It's definitely played in the air. I think, is that Anthony Watson?
Same as the first half.
Yeah, same as in the first half by Makazole Mapimpi. Anthony Watson also just not getting the timing right there. Touching Henry Pollard in the air. Soft penalty.
Jean, you got to look at the Springbok substitutions. You know, Luatiaga probably the better, you know, line-out organizer in the Springbok setup. You could see already with that contest getting that steal. So he becomes crucial now, especially from penalties. You know, you get the penalty, you need to make sure you win that line-out, control that ball, and manage that game.
Stephen.
Yeah, it is important, and Luatiaga is such an experienced player, so good in the line-out, you know, very smart rugby player, big work rate, and they'd want him to make a big impact off the bench, and so do they want from Trevor Nyakane.
Trevor Nyakane winning a 45th test cap here this evening for the Springboks, replacing Stephen Kitsoff. Nyakane started at tight head last week, but with the injury to Recheko Faditswe Nche, asked to take on the loose head role.
Guys, if you're out and you want to jump in, you must catch the ball.
Very clear from Ben O'Keefe. Gee, he's been calm.
I think he just told him as well.
Yeah, and I see what I've enjoyed about him is the way he communicates. He's taken his time with both sides, and he's calmed things down. It was getting quite spicy in the first half.
Goes to Diaga from Marks. Stopped once by the Lions. With some real purpose and aggression in this maul from the Springboks.
That was the front of the maul. No.
Talupe Falatau also on for the Lions. Etzebeth now in control. Springboks with a penalty advantage, close to the posts, and de Klerk through for Lukanyo.
Wow. Inches, absolute inches.
Well, a deft little touch from Faf de Klerk. The Lions look resigned to the adjudication of this.
Sure. Okay,
Lukanyo is sure.
So our on-field decision is try. We believe he's grounded the ball in goal. We just want to make sure that he hasn't done that, and if he's out. Okay, so we're looking at that first. If not, we've got a decision back for side entry at the maul. On-field decision try.
So a powerful maul to set it up, which eventually brought a penalty advantage.
We need to check if he's in front.
A deft little kick from Faf de Klerk, and Lukanyo has scored.
It's a try, all right. It's a try, the communication, the little grabber through.
Nice. We just want to square away.
But Lukanyo has scored.
Yeah.
Just trying to look here if they're going to relook if he had control or not. But from here, looks like a try. TMO is still looking at it, so not given yet.
No.
On-field decision try.
Okay, Marius, just keep showing those angles. We don't see the best angle at the moment. We've got to make sure that the ball's in his hand for the whole time because he touches it in the air. It's in the palm there. If it's in the palm there, we're happy. But we need the best angle to show us that.
Okay, Ben, that is our best angle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Matching.
Alternative angle there. There's contact between ball and arm from that angle.
Ben, here's another angle coming. Hold on.
Yeah. Another one.
Have a look, Ben.
Yeah. Okay, for me, there's still contact on the palm. I've got no clear evidence of it going over. So I'm still at try. Okay, Marius, just make sure that he's not offside. Just a quick replay of that, please.
I've checked. He's clearly onside.
He's clearly onside. Okay, yeah. So
it's a try.
Mate, at the moment we've still got the try. Is there another angle that you want me to show me?
Yeah, that's all the angles. I'll give you the best one.
Okay, so back to me. Okay, so the on-field decision stands. The player, because the ball's in the air, there's just got to be contact with the palm for him to be in control. He does that the whole way. There's no clear evidence that there's separation and that he loses control. So we're going to stick with the try.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, try.
It's a fourth test try for Lukanyo.
Well, the try, you're going to think what Malcolm marks, the line-out throw off to Loet de Jager. That Moore was marching on. That's where they got the penalty advantage from. Oral Farrell came in from the side. Penalty advantage, the little grubber through, and Lukanyo gets the try. But the call from Loet de Jager, the tactical substitutions working for the Springboks because that Moore was flying.
And Pollard to take the lead beyond 7 points, which he duly does.
A bit of a lead for the Springboks now, and those two players, 9 and 10, has been pivotal for the Springboks. Fantastic rolling ball by the forwards. Collapse, they're playing for it with advantage, penalty advantage, and then the slight little kick by Faf de Klerk, try score.
Well, Owen Farrell with a much deeper restart, and although he was in reverse gear, Loet de Jager was the man who called to claim that restart ahead of Kwagga Smith. Lost forward by the Lions. Big contest between Hogg and Colby. Faf de Klerk has got up with a bit of a dead leg.
Backwards
off a Springbok player, secured by Lukanyo, the try scorer. Faf de Klerk looks to be in a bit of trouble here. Got his pass away to Pollard. Van der Merwe tracking back. Hogg put it up for his Scottish teammate to chase. Pollard made an early call, gets away from Van der Merwe. Unfortunate slip from Handré Pollard as he looked to go to the short side, which the Springboks now do for Ebenezer. Faf de Klerk just trying to run off that knock to his leg. Clearly was giving him some discomfort. Little dink over the top this time, less of a hoist, and away by Hogg for Falatau. Beautifully out of the back for Curry. Then Watson. Pollard happy to kick for touch after Watson gave chase to his clearance kick. And another change for the Springbok shot.
Yeah, there we go, the substitute. Faf de Klerk really had a very strong game for the Boks. He's been replaced by Herschel Yankees. Got a bit of a knock to the leg there, it seems. Here we see a bit of a highlight package of Faf de Klerk, that little ding through, and Kanyam with a try. Great skill set by the Boks.
Faf de Klerk, the tactical navigator. Advantage being played.
Oh, you're cramped, yeah.
Going around the back, but look on your arm. Does it again. Faf de Klerk. Busy all day for him.
Let's go, please.
Ramped, as he pulled a muscle there. Again, Faf de Klerk so influential in the Springbok setup.
Yeah, I know. Guys, we're not going to continually stop for that. Let's go. Come on.
9 points to 6. The Lions led at half-time. Tries from Makazole Mapimpi and Lucanio Am. Conversion from Pollard since then.
Time on.
No points for the Lions in the second period.
Advantage, knock on.
And
knock on advantage.
Real unforced error from the Lions there. They went short at the line out from Ken Owens. Delendi brushed off Farrell. Yankees. Diacha.
Okay, that's advantage over.
Pollard. Mapimpi. Screams from the Lions of get him into touch. It's one of the weird things about playing in an empty stadium. You can just hear every instruction from the bench and from the players at scrum time. Hoist from Yankees.
Advantage.
Well,
accidental offside.
Accidental offside is the call. Little chip from Pollard. And
it's over.
Billy LaRue lost his footing as he chased a very deft little kick from Pollard. Farrell. It's Luat Diacha giving chase. It's a wonderful kick from Owen Farrell.
Very good kick, and Springboks would have wanted advantage from that accidental knock-on.
I can't do anything about that right now.
But I thought it was called rather early.
Okay, I see that.
Then being caught out of place.
Yeah.
See Yankees adding a bit of zip. You can't do that.
See, I understand what Franco said. I can't do anything about that right now.
TMO has got to look at that.
If there is anything we need to... Yes,
that's deliberate. That's foul play.
Yeah, but now Maro Toja has been shouting at the assistant referee about being tackled, but he was kneeling all over Damien Delendi. Both at fault.
Time off. Okay, see it. Time off. Okay, look, we've got to get this game moving. We've already had time off for cramping, and now when the ball's at the front, we've got to get the game going. The next time it's a free kick, okay? The ball's at the front, let's get going. Time on.
Might miss the curfew at this rate.
21 stage.
Silly from Rory Sutherland.
Yep.
Silly, absolutely silly.
There's going to be a penalty.
No, 22! 22! 22! No advantage, you're in front, you're still moving forward. And the side, 17.
So Rory Sutherland, who started the test match here last week at Loosehead, replaced by Mako Vunapola this time. That is, yeah, that's just a soft penalty, isn't it, Shim?
Oh, that's silly.
You were saying twice,
this is where, you know, heading into the championship rounds here, discipline, cool heads needed. Sutherland, no need to do that. Put pressure on the kicker, you get an attacking line out in the opposition half. All that's going to happen now is the Springbok wall. It's going to come into play a bit now, starting to generate a bit of momentum. Luat Diacha making good line-out calls.
Still plenty of time for the Lions here, but so far, the Springboks much the stronger in the second period, having gone into half-time behind. They have a penalty advantage from that last line out.
Penalty advantage, early drive them all.
Gonna try and play with it. Pollard, Delindi, and Kolisi.
Yeah, I'm not sure here, John. Maybe you might disagree with me, but take the advantage. You got the penalty. Maybe they're trying to blood the clock, but it's too early for that. Take the advantage, get downfield, and start planning from there.
Yeah, I'd love to disagree with you, Shimmy. I think the opportunity when you're playing on advantage, you can take it wide, you can give it a go, see if you can get a line break, potentially score another try to put this game out of reach. But another soft penalty by the Lions. They'll be very disappointed with that.
Yeah, it's 2 in a row, isn't it? That's just cost them a field position inside South Africa's 22 to one that's now going to be inside their own half and forced to defend.
It's almost role reversal compared to last weekend. You can see the Springbok more. What they're doing is the British and Irish Lions are giving the Springboks front ball and they're taking it. So even it's a bit taking the ball the whole time. But then you've got to stop the ball properly without conceding penalties. And that's where they're going wrong. So Rory Sutherland did it. Now this time Alan Wynne-Jones going in nice and early.
Timing, guys, keep your timing.
So it'll be interesting to see the setup. Alan Wynne-Jones not going up to stop the ball and giving the Springboks free front ball. But then your ball stopping has to be accurate and fierce.
Again they go front for Etzebeth. Better from the Lions that time.
Green, down by Green, down by Green, down by Green. No, don't jump, back.
Damien Delinde from a standing start. He's smothered in the tackle by Tom Curry. Springboks having to play behind the gain line here. Didn't get the quality of ball from the maul that they sought. Yankees. And Damian Willemse, who's over on that left wing, having replaced Makazola Mapimpi.
He's in line with them. It's just lost forward by this player here.
Just a loss forward, but a scrum to the Springboks. They've made their way 65 metres upfield with 2 penalties, a couple of line-out drives, and now a hoist lost forward by the Lions.
Yeah, and it's so true what Jimmy said earlier, Matt. In the role reversal, the box this time around compared to last week, forcing the Lions into making handling errors and not being able to deal with the kicking game, squeezing them and forcing them into making mistakes. Penalty after penalty, and then the handling errors, and they just can't get back into it.
Scoreboard pressure, clock pressure. You're going to have to run yourself out of it, or Lions are going to have to produce something magical.
And how valuable Damian Willemse has become for the Springbok team. He's on the left wing now. He covers basically all positions for the back line.
Penalty advantage at scrum time for the Springboks, and Trevor Nyakane over on that loose head side.
Suffocate and strangle tactics kicking in for the Springboks. The power game coming through. 1, 2, 3 more. Penalty, penalty, penalty. Won the aerial game. This time the big men getting involved at scrum time.
John Himan, a happy man, scrum coach for the Springboks. Trevor Nyakane, he's got that mean look in his eyes, and he's 45 test matches and playing on the loose head side. Look at that, straight back, driving straight.
Yeah, and Sinclair not square enough on that scrum. Look at that. The man means business. Trevor Nyakane, Vincent Koch.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
He's loving it.
Can I ask you one thing?
Trevor Nyakane.
Keep this game moving, so we're not getting guys down.
Yeah, there we go. The piano playing beautiful music there in the front row for South Africa.
You say that again, John? The front row is doing what?
Andre Pollard to take the Springboks into the lead by 12. Beautiful strike from South Africa's fly half.
And what's going to happen now? Chances of the Lions are going to try kick a little bit shorter. Possession is what they want. Possession. They need to start building. They need to start holding pressure through attack here. Kicking deep doesn't help them. Kicking short gives them a chance to get the ball back and at least attack a bit.
Owen Farrell. Elliot Daly gives chase, but Luat Diaka, imperious, rising high with support to claim the restart. Just over 8 minutes to play in this second test match. That ball, the ruck was outside the 22. Herschel Yankees gives chase to his own kick, away by a Toje for Sinclair. Hogg needs something to happen right now. Henshaw can make no headway. Ali Price, outstanding in his Lions test debut in the starting 9 jersey last week. Out the back from Tyke Byrne. Falatau got from Farrell, as Farrell collected a tackle from Trevor Nyakane, and Malcolm Marks in over the ball like a limpet.
And the Lions, obviously the British and Irish Lions, have to have a go here. They've got no choice. Scoreboard pressure, time pressure. They have to have a run. But the problem with having a run is then you bring in features like Malcolm Marks, Walker Smith, and Van Staden that's just come on now, Jean. So the Springbok defense hasn't been unlocked today. Lions are trying in such a desperate situation to do that, and they're getting beaten.
Yeah, Marco van Staden replacing Siya Kolisi, the captain. What a great try-saving tackle from Siya Kolisi earlier in the game. Strong performance by him.
Good space in the front.
Wow, Malcolm Marks, just impossible to move in that position.
Well, that's a signature move, signature play, Malcolm Marks.
Who's in? Green.
The Springboks, the last 10-15 minutes have just controlled the game better than the Lions. Again, no contest from the Lions.
Marks, having made the steal and thrown at the line-out, now controls possession. Murray Toje's come through, but possession not affected. As Vincent Koch grabbed the ball and took it to ground. Marco van Staden in the headgear. Back it comes from Yankees for Pollard. Chases his own kick. Lost forward.
Well, I keep harping on it, but Springboks are just winning all the battles, the aerial battle, the mauling battle, the ground and pound battle. And that's why they're gaining territory again. Watson goes up, knocks it back into Watson, then it's knocked on against it, pulled forward by Ben O'Keefe. And what are we going to see here from the Springboks? They're going to scrum for the penalty, lead that clock. And the Lions getting absolutely no possession, not giving an opportunity to breathe. What a game he's had.
Immense, absolutely immense from the Springbok captain. 14 tackles he's made.
Scrum is correct, we've got a knock on. Red play in front, not off the green man.
Jasper Visa also made 14, but that's the most by a Springbok. 12 made by Frans Malherbe. But it's not just the tackles, it's the clean-ups, it's the hard yards, the try-saving tackle that he made just before half-time, a crucial momentum changer in the game, perhaps.
He'll be pleased with his effort. He'll be extremely pleased with that. He's led his men well, he's led from the front. When things were getting on the edge, he was cool, calm and collected. Vincent Koch, Malcolm Marks, Trevor Nyakane, their time now. Can the Lions do something special?
Absolute dominance from the Springbok pack.
Lucy collapsed.
Trevor Nyakane.
Lucy went to a knee, collapsing.
You got to give it to him. You know, he's played tight head all season, moved to the other side of the scrum, and he's been devastating. He's been doing an absolute job on Carl Sinclair. Trevor Nyakane was good last week on the tight head side. This side on the loose head side, him and Vincent Koch muscling up.
And that was against Rory Sutherland.
Let's keep working hard, boys. 5 minutes. A lot of accuracy, a lot of working hard.
How quickly things have changed for Rory Sutherland. Started last week for the Lions. Gave away a very soft penalty down in South Africa's 22-metre area, which started a procession. And now conceding a penalty which gives Pollard this kick to set up a 15-point lead with less than 5 minutes to play, which he duly does.
The total dominance by the Boks at the moment. Every aspect of play they're dominating. And the Lions has nothing to come back with.
So short, hanging restart from
Careful, careful, thank you.
Owen Farrell, and some acrobatics from Lucanio. Wonderful support from his teammates in the air to bring him down safely.
Okay, hold red.
Hoist from Yankees. Hogg does well. Out the back from Owens.
We just check the arm in that there.
Big hit from Mostert.
Yeah, Maris, I think it is a shoulder charge.
On Farrell, and TMO asked to check it for foul play. Sinclair with the carry. Price.
I just want to know if he's wrapped that arm up. Slip.
And the penalty goes the way of the Springboks. But they need to go back and check.
Stop. Stuart, Lily, guys. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm actually going to look at the shoulder charge here. Okay, so time's off. Back. It's going to check. Okay, so Maris, I'm coming up to you for potential foul play. I've got a penalty for green here, but I want to watch the actions of one of the green players in the tackle in the midfield, please.
Yeah, it's Franco Mostert on Owen Farrell, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, are we putting the pictures on now? Here they come.
Okay, okay, and just play it. Their left arms up, okay.
Trying to get the wrap, but he's not square there, so can't get that outside. Was it that left arm of his around?
Maris, just play on.
I thought as well to bounce
I'm playing it on for you.
And just play on to the next one, just make sure there's no tackle. The player
go that way.
There's a tackle afterwards. It's okay, wait.
Didn't get his grip on Farrell.
So we're happy with that, Maris. We're going to move on to the next tackle.
All right.
It's on 23 red. Boys, please.
We're looking for another one on Elliot Daly.
We're looking at something else. Oh, no.
Yeah, we're looking for it now, Ben. Hold on.
So that one is cleared. Franco Mostert on Owen Farrell.
You don't see? You don't see that? No?
I'm going to have a look at this one.
Okay, sorry, that's fine. But we've got a penalty for holding on here.
And Vincent Koch
Maris?
quickly latching in.
Right.
It's a green penalty here, right?
Over the ball.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So guys, Maris, come back to me. Look, we've checked that there's no foul play. He does wrap his arm. There's a slip here, there's no high tackle, so we go back to the original penalty. Okay. We had no foul play. I was concerned there was a shoulder charge, but he does bring his arm up. There's no foul play there, so we go to the original penalty. I thought it was fine. Time back on, penalty. Holding.
Those pictures tell you it's been a battle.
Number 15.
Bruised and battered. What a contest the first half was. The last
I
sort of quarter of
I was giving them a penalty when it should have been
the last part of the second half, it's just been all Springboks really.
Yeah,
the penalty count, the scrum penalties, the mauling penalties.
You say bruised and battered, Shim, but also beaten on the scoreboard. couple of tries without reply. No points in the second half for the Lions.
This is an area where the Lions haven't adjusted, just giving the Springboks free ball and letting that ball go.
Down by Green! Over there, down by Green, you're off, wait, come back.
Well, the Yankees for Luatayahu, who loses the ball forward.
Hold here, Green.
Secured by Maro Tojo for the Lions, who pinned back in there, 22. Clever little kick from Farrell. Delendi chases back well. Good read from Elliot Daly, who's in with the tackle. But good energy from the Springboks to get men back behind Damien Delendi, secure the ruck ball. Yankees. Tis Duan van der Merwe. Lost but lost backwards, away by Farrell. Daly looking for Watson. And Willemse couldn't grab him, neither Lucanio desperate, despairing, diving ankle tap from Franco Mostert, who has given everything and more in this contest.
He's got it, he's won it! He's won it!
And steal made by the Springboks. Dabbed through by Delendi.
Red 21. Penalty. 21 offside. 21 offside.
Game, set, match. We have a decider.
Huge amount of relief for Jacques Nienaber for sure. They held a 9-point lead at halftime in the first test a week ago. Alan Wynne-Jones and his men engineered a superb second half in the first test to win the contest by 22 points to 17, putting a huge amount of pressure on in the second half, forcing penalties out of the Springboks, which Dan Biggar kicked to goal. But in this second half, there's been nothing on offer for the Lions. Some ill discipline cost them at times down in Springbok territory, certainly. But no genuine scoring opportunity.
What's come from the Springboks is just doing the war well, the scrum well, winning the aerial battle. It's had a territorial effect and a scoreboard effect, clearly. Andre Pollard about to shut it down.
Four penalties and a conversion in the game. It becomes 5 penalties from Andre Pollard, and that is the end of the contest. As Hanyani Shimangi said, we will be back for a decider. The first time in the professional era that a Springbok Lions series has been 1-1. In 1997, the first two were won by the Lions, the third by South Africa. In 2009, the first two by the Springboks.